Mm.
We like the familiar. We like the routine, and because of that, we'll go back to that catfish pond.
Come on now. Yeah, that's it. That's
because I know that when I used that bait before, I caught a whole lot of catfish.
Come on now.
But when I went to that other pond and I tried the same thing, I didn't get the same result.
That's it right there.
So because I'm in my feelings and my emotions,
I like that.
I was able to attract that. I was able
like
to
that.
get that. Like nothing
that.
to it.
I like that.
So I ain't gonna change my tactics. I'm gonna use the same thing because it worked for me.
That's it.
So as you said a couple of weeks ago, you gotta want to change.
Gotta want to change.
But we don't want to change.
Gotta want to
we
change.
want to do the same thing and get the same results.
Come on, you can't. It won't happen.
It won't happen.
It won't happen.
So we're talking about tonight. Do you love me? Are you in love with me? The phone number to call tonight is 813-450-2902 because we seem to think that is the same thing.
Yes, we do.
Do you love me? L-O-V-E me, not L-U-S-T. Or are you in love with me?
That's the difference. Because I can love you, but I can only love you for what you do for me.
That's it. That's it.
But am I in love with you is another whole level. That means I'm putting some action behind it. Like the young folks, I'm putting some oomph in it. That means I'm showing.
Right.
That means I'm doing. That means I'm acting. That means that I'm carrying it out. And it's not just when you make me feel good, but it's agape love. It's unconditional.
Unconditional love.
I'm on another whole level of love now.
Yeah.
That I love you in spite of your shortcomings, your downfall. I love you when you don't cook. I love you when you don't clean. I still love you.
That's it. That's it.
Because now, that's why I step in there, because when that stops, something has to be going on with you. Why? Because I fellowship with you. So that means that we know one another. If I know you, I should know when something is wrong with you.
That's it. Because we're connected.
Exactly.
And if you love
That's
me,
when you're in love with someone.
if you're in love with me, when I stop, when I can't, when I'm not able,
That's it.
you'll still love me.
You'll still love me.
Oh, see, we going deep
You
tonight.
still love me. That's it. That's it.
When I can't do it.
That's it.
When there are situations or issues when I'm not able to.
Exactly. Even when there's no sex.
That's it.
Even when you want to and I don't want to, will you still love me?
Will you still love me?
Will you still cuddle with me? Will you still watch movies and eat some popcorn with me? Will you still buy me a Hershey's bar?
Will you still wash my clothes?
This thing is real.
It is.
And we got to prioritize our priorities and tap into what's really important.
Yeah.
What's really important to you? Because if it's really important to you, have you sat down with your significant ones and discussed how important it is to you and find out if that's important with them as well?
That's true.
If not, maybe they don't know.
Right.
Can a woman rebirth a man? Can you help him reach his full potential? Can you help her reach her full potential? Are y'all really on the same page? Are you on the same page when things are going good? But what about when it don't go good? Can you still lead the house? Can you still be the man of the house?
Wow.
Can you still be the woman of the house
Yeah.
even when he don't do what he's supposed to do? Can you still do what you're supposed to do?
That's it. Can you be a wife instead of a knife? Can you build him? I heard my husband say, we rebirth a man, but can you build him instead of destroying him? Even if there was heated fellowship.
Come on.
Can you
That's it.
still encourage him? Can you still pick him up, even in the midst of? Can you calm his storm without making him feel inferior?
Wow.
Oh, I just planted a seed just then.
That's it.
Can you actually encourage him and not come back and throw it in his face? I remember when. And then all of that healing that you did, you just destroyed.
Are you really protecting? Are you really serving in your house as a man? Because when we understand something, it's our job to protect and to serve.
Okay, Mr. Police.
Because that's where we are. We're always on security 24/7,
Yeah.
365 days a year. We're never off duty when it comes to your household. Whether you're home or not, it's still your job to protect and to serve. I'm going to talk about that later on in my second segment, because we got to know our place. And when we know our place, we'll see things from a different perspective.
That's it. And not until.
Not until.
Not until. And I heard you say again that just because that body is mature doesn't mean that mind is mature.
Come on now. Come on now.
The body could be that
Come on.
of a grown man, a
Come on.
full-grown
Come on.
man,
Come on.
but have a childlike mentality.
Come on.
She could be built like Amazon and still think like a 12 or 13-year-old.
Yes, sir.
But when it comes to that time that we need to produce, that's when we regress.
There's a king in every kid, and there's a kid in every king.
Such a true statement. Such a true statement. I remember the first conversation with my king, with you, in our earlier years together. And we talked for hours about everything. I enjoyed our conversation then, and I enjoy it now. And that satisfied me spiritually and intellectually. When you have a conversation with your significant other, with your friend, are you satisfied spiritually as well as intellectually? Or do you leave that conversation feeling like nothing has changed? It didn't encourage me. Not that we're looking for every time we talk to one another, oh, you got to build me up. That I'm so low that every now I still need a word all the time. But every now and then, there's a low place that we may hit. And when we do, are we in tune enough for me to realize that and be able to speak life into that situation? But if we're not connected, if we don't understand that, if we haven't matured to that, then we'll never know that that's what's needed.
That's it. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Oh, love you too, cuz. Thank you so much for tapping in on tonight. Do you love me or are you in love with me? 813-450-2902. What's your perspective on that? 813-450-2902. This is for the grown on tonight. What about when the body changes or it's in the beginning stages of change, and oh, how quickly the body does change? Weight gain, swelling, childbirth, disease, or maybe even medication. All of the following causes changes in the body. What if sickness occur? What if disease affect your partner mentally or physically, where they are unable to satisfy or stimulate you intellectually? We're talking about, do you love me?
Come on now.
Or are you in love with me on tonight?
That's it.
So will you still love them? Will you still be in love with them?
Let's pause there for a minute.
Okay.
Let's pause for a minute.
Work that.
Let's give them an opportunity to let that marinate on them. Let that just simmer right there for a second. Because out of all that, Pastor Barbara, will you still love me?
Woo.
Will you still love me?
Wow.
When it knocks on your door. Because if you keep on living, it's going to knock on your door. Are you prepared for the what if?
Right.
Are you ready for the what if? Have you sat down and talked about the what if?
Right.
Because this was scripting marriages. Being prepared for the unexpected.
That's it.
A lot of times marriage does not last is because they was not prepared for the unexpected. They thought things was going to be glory the whole while. It's not 70, 80 years no more. It's knocking us down from the time that we were born until the age of 45 or 50 or 55. It's getting us younger now. Cancer, diabetes, heart disease, lung disease, brain tumors, all kind of stuff is going on in us young, and a lot of us young are dying, having heart attacks. Are you prepared for the what if? Do you have life insurance? Are you prepared if something happened to your spouse? How can you keep moving forward? Have y'all talked about that yet? Where he or she want to be buried at? Do they want to be buried here or back home? Have y'all discussed this yet?
Right.
And this is the issue in the black community where we are lacking at. We don't want to discuss anything.
We don't want to talk about it.
We don't want to talk about it. Until that time comes, there's no talking about it.
That's it.
Are you prepared for the what if?
That's it.
And if you are, will you still love me? Will you still love me?
Wow. Will you still find them sexually attractive when you have to change them, wipe them, feed them?
Come on now.
Wipe their mouth.
Come on.
Stop their drool.
Come on.
Will you still love them?
Another thing too, Pastor Barbara, we see it all the time on the TV shows, the commercials, where these young brothers and young sisters, they go across and go into war, and they come back different.
Missing arms.
Missing legs.
Yeah.
And not only did it change their life, but it changed their wives and family life.
Yes.
Will you still love them? Are you still prepared for the sin? Oh, my goodness.
And we see that more prevalent now than we did before. It used to be a time we just saw it on the movie.
Right.
but this thing is real.
It's
now.
real now. Close to home.
It's a little closer to home now, and I promise you, the big C came and brought some changes that you never thought before.
Yeah, yeah.
Will you still love them if you have to sit at their bedside and take care of them? They can't respond. They can't react. But will you still love them?
Do you have a trust? Do you have a will?
Yeah.
Have you ever discussed